Morning, everybody. It's about maybe 7:15. Couldn't be a more beautiful morning out here on the water. Guess what today is? Today is Test and Tune Day. This is the first of the mods. But we're going to do that a little later because it's time to fish right now. What are we going after? What does Captain go after? I go after anything I can take home and put in a frying pan. But honestly, anything that gets on the hook is a fun ride. Today we're going for some cats. Got really rank chicken livers with a lot of garlic in it. It's the whole damn area smells like an Italian restaurant. Can't stand it anymore. Fish for about an hour. The water's moving pretty good today. There's a dam up at the top of this river and there's a dam down at the bottom. They usually open them up around early mid-afternoon. The water gets flowing. As soon as the water gets flowing, you got to find your dead holes and stuff for what I'm trying to fish for on the bottom. Between that and the water being murky due to Hurricane Debbie that came through here, or whatever you want to call her, Big Deborah, the fishing can be off on this lake. So we did go ahead and throw the poles in here, pick my little beach spot here, and let's start with some mods. I think we'll start with a throttle. So on these Suzuki DTs, basically, this is your throttle linkage over to your tiller handle, okay? So they say anyhow, and somebody, again, I'm not an expert on these, I'm just learning. There may be other differences, but the main difference between the 25 and the 30 is just, they're all 30 horse, and they have a different throttle link, and it's basically a throttle stop. For tuning purposes, so we can run this thing back to back, instead of changing the linkage here, I wanted to be able to run as the 25 and then run it as the 30. So we got to get a shorter fulcrum point here, so it can actually move the throttle further. Remember, shorter distance from the center, from your pivot point. The shorter the distance, the more travel of this, less travel out here. So what I did, go over here to my little baby Fisher Price tackle box. I made another dog bone so that we can change it out and go back-to-back testing. So if you look here, let's open the throttle wide open. Throttle's wide open right here, okay? That's all she's got. We pull this dog bone off here. Look how much more throttle we can get. I've already verified it. When this thing is at it stops, that's when the throttle plates are wide open. Look at the difference. So we're going to change this dog bone out, take about 10 seconds. We'll put it on here, and then we'll take her out and test her and see what we got. This morning, the water's like glass. I got a full tank of gas up in the front. I've actually lost 2 miles an hour. I'd run 28 today. A lot of that might have to do with, again, having an extra 20 pounds of fuel on board. And the water being smooth as glass, it actually feels a little more draggy. It seems like these things like just a little bit of chop. It's a little light in the front. RPMs are up. RPMs are definitely up. I can't hold the phone and do all this, so let's turn around and we'll put the speed box on her. Okay, so we're back in the pits. Back-to-back runs, 31 miles an hour. Big increase in RPM. Obviously not a big increase in power because the throttle plates, that's going to be your top end power. Yeah, it's snappier for sure, but this isn't the type of boat. I'm not one of those guys that just smashes it right out of the hole, right, tear the damn transom off this. The transom is seen, it's not bad, but it ain't good. It ain't good enough to be doing that kind of stuff with. So now let's go to raising the motor up. As we talked about before, I actually don't know if we talked about this or not. I built a jack plate. It's adjustable. So we can raise the motor up, lower the motor down, and we're trying to get that motor as high out of the water as we can without the prop sucking air, cavitation, ventilation, whatever they want to call it. And it'll just spin out. It's almost like you hit a patch of ice with a car or something, and the RPMs go up and the thing just freewheels. So we want to get it right up to that limit and then stop. But right now, very happy. 3 mile an hour gain on back to back. Change the link, go out and run it 3 miles an hour. Jury's still out why I was only getting 28, but I do believe it's because we're on glass right now. So, all right, so we're back on land. Those video clips were actually shot about 9 days ago. I messed with it again yesterday, this past Sunday. I went out and did some fishing and just jacking around with this jack plate. I've tried everything with height and trim. I've now got the height all the way up. This thing just, I cannot get it to stop doing this porpoising crap. It's so light in the nose that the only way to get the thing to actually open up without feeling like it's gonna blow over on me is to drop the trim in, and then that just buries the nose of the boat. I know, I've tried it all, everything in between. I am convinced that this thing does not like that jack plate being such a little potato chip of a boat with a big semi-heavy motor hanging off the back. It don't like it. I think after talking to some folks that actually know what the hell they're doing with boats, I think we've got a solution, but that'll be coming in the next video series. Hope you all stay tuned. I just wanted to get this thing churned out real quick. And also, before somebody calls me out on it, no more testing without a life vest. That was kind of stupid. Just something I'm not really thinking about when you're on a boat like this. But yeah, proper life vest from here on out. We're definitely approaching that kind of territory. Tether kill always. That just goes without saying. These don't have a dead man throttle. You get knocked off the boat wherever that thing's going, or wherever your throttle is, it's going to stay there. That could we don't want that, right? That's all. Hey, talk to you all soon. Thanks so much for tuning in. Captain out.